Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Capricorn. Let's see what's happening with you, Capricorn. What is it you need to know? All right, we have a Two of Cups. Nice, you're making a connection. Got a person thinking things through. Yeah, we have a person about to take decisive action here. Ooh. And yeah, so some of you got a couple people. You got a couple people here. Yeah. Someone here is to take a decisive action. This person moves fairly quickly. They're in a hurry, where this person moves a little slow. I mean, this could be you and this other person for that matter. Yeah, and we have the Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? And the Tower. A little shock and surprise. What's going on? Yeah, I see options and opportunities. It looks like you got some options here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries energy, Mars. That could come from Scorpio energy. Looks like there's some options here. Are you about to be shocked and surprised? What is going on? I have never seen this. All Knights, though, it is all about communication. This is someone who's assessing a situation. They kind of take their time. It has to do with and it has to do with sincerity. And then we have the person who's decisive. Now, this is someone who can often rush in without thinking and often change their mind. But it looks like this is someone moving forward. And then we have the person who can be a little fickle, but there's someone who kind of follows their heart. So look at that, a shock and surprise, options and opportunities. Yeah, look at that. So I do see the energy of new. This is interesting. If you aren't aware, this is going to happen quite suddenly, because I do see the shock and the Tower. Now, you could have all these options, and it's quite possible you might be not interested in any of these and have another person coming in. Let's have a look. Who is the Knight of Swords? Four of Wands. Somebody you've been kind of waiting for. But this is an energy of expansion. See, it looks like this could be someone new. They all could be fairly new. But it is an energy of expansion. So there is expansion here. Some of this could be work situations too, friends or family. It's just the way people are communicating. But some of you definitely it's showing options. If you have all these options and there is somebody around you, they could be literally freaking out or triggered by this. Crazy. But this is expansion, waiting for the right person. Yeah, you've got a King of Pentacles. So this is someone who's gone through expansion financially. Slow and steady wins the race. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could even be yourself in this energy. Let's have a look at the Knight of Cups. Who is this person? Who's following their heart here, but they're a little fickle. Yeah, I do see, look at that, Scorpio, possibly Aries, but it often will be a Scorpio with this energy. It's someone who's ready to take a leap of faith, to take a risk. It's sudden, someone who moves quickly. This is someone who's waiting. This person's kind of waiting. They are going through expansion. This is someone who's probably rushed in, backed out, so there's a need for clarity. But it looks like there's, one of these could be new. Tell me about the Sun. It's all going to be exposed. All of this is going to be exposed. Tell me about the Sun. Yeah, so there's been a confusion, illusion, uncertainty, but everything's going to be enlightened. So there's going to be clarity. Okay, you're going to get some clarity. Yeah, and I do see it, this could be the mood someone's in, but this shows me there's something maybe hidden or unknown or confusion, but there is going to be clarity. Yeah, it could be, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, this to me looks like somebody who's leveling up to a king. It's a person who likes to plan and prepare ahead, but I also see someone keeping you waiting. I don't know, maybe waiting for a sign or a signal. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, you've got a King of Swords. Expansion. I think there's definitely an energy of 3. It's showing some of you have opportunities. This is, I gotta tell you, if you're feeling a little confused yourself, I do see a Cancer energy here as well. And a little Leo energy, but yeah, wow, it's everything being exposed. Someone sees very clearly. Someone wants to talk. They want to clear something up. Now, I'm going to be honest. This could be one person going through these motions, but I don't think so. It's showing 3 and then the options. Opportunity. This is someone who knows a good thing when they see it. In fact, they all do. Capricorn feminines, what are you up to? Have you been just kind of waiting for the right person to come along and all of a sudden, bang, you got all these options? Tell me about this King of Coins. What does the King of Coins want? What does this person want? Take a pause. They're just checking it out, taking their time. They're assessing a situation. They want you to see things from their perspective. This is where I kind of feel some of you is just a person going through these motions. In different ways somebody can communicate as well. But the Hangman is a pause where someone looks at things from a different perspective. See, I feel like you've got someone who rushed in, backed out. Now there's a need to truth. There was some sort of confusion. Now this often has to do with clear, decisive communication, truth. Someone's learned something here. There's going to be some truth. Yeah, I do see an energy. It could be someone giving advice to avoid a disaster, but this is often light at the end of the tunnel, things calming down. So this could be someone from a distance, but quite honestly, this looks like a person here who, it has to do with truth, clearing something up. It has to do with things calming down, but it also has to do with light at the end of the tunnel, happier days ahead. Tell me about the Hanged Man. Yeah, so this is an Emperor. This is looking at things from a different perspective. This is someone who's gone, this is someone coming to tell you the truth. They're an Emperor. This person's an Emperor. Someone who should have told someone the truth. It looks like it was a secret. So this very well could be, some of you have a lot of options. It's going to happen suddenly, but I also feel you're going to be shocked and surprised when someone tells you the truth. Yeah. And I do see this energy of light at the end of the tunnel, gaining clarity. Someone's learned something, and I do see the Emperor. It's going to be shocking. Yeah, look at justice and harmony. So this is an energy of something being fair. See, this is an Emperor energy. This is about someone following their heart. Someone here should have told you a truth. This person's an Emperor. You are going to be shocked. Regardless, the Tower is like shock. It's sudden. To me, it's a sudden shift and clarity and light at the end of the tunnel, expansion. And I don't know if it's someone who's going to be really impulsive here, where they just suddenly decide to take a leap of faith. Could be somebody wanting to visit someone here or travel, but it is about harmony. It's about being fair. Tell me about the Tower. Yeah, got someone who's longing for love. I see a crush. Some of you could have a crush here. Someone who longs for love. I see a little romanticizing too. See, someone being romantic, taking a leap of faith. It all has to do with harmony, things being balanced, being fair. And there's the energy coming from the Knight of Pentacles, which is patience. Hoping patience pays off. Someone crushing, longing for love. But I mean, this is crazy. Romanticizing. I mean, this could be reminiscing about a series of events here. But the Tower is this shock, this interest, this investment. Someone could be learning that you're interested in them. Yeah, I do see a person taming the beast. See, that's to do with patient, being patient, hoping this pays off. But it's energy of strength and confidence as well. This could be an apology, somebody coming in with a major apology. They're going to speak a truth. It's someone who wants to make something right. It's about harmony and being fair. Somebody's sword was up, maybe a little judgmental here. It is a person who often protects what's theirs, but it's also an Emperor energy, I feel, or this is someone who has experience. And they're very wise, and it is about truth Emperors expect loyalty. So there's something to do with loyalty. Yeah, I see taming the beast, someone teaching someone how they want to be treated. So this is someone going to talk to you about the things they've experienced. But it is about talking. It's about connecting, clear communication. Ooh. If you have choices, some of you, it's just this one person, an emperor. Others of you, you got 3 new options. And others of you, there's 2. But it is about moving away, someone distancing themselves from someone. So I do feel it's someone who could be moving, relocating, distancing themselves from another person. And there we have the Empress. The Empress keeping their options open. All of those of you who keep your options open when people are indecisive or they won't make a commitment or they don't spend time with you, whatever it may be. I mean, it just makes me feel happy because here's the energy. If you sit and wait to let people waste your precious time, it is a way of someone taking advantage of you. It's a way of someone controlling you too, whether you realize it or not. But keeping your options open, and this takes a lot of strength here, but I do see someone coming in apologizing to make something right. And I know somebody here, maybe he feels a little bit like a fool, but it is very spontaneous. Somebody moving, more spontaneous. But it's someone teaching someone something. Or there's something they're applying they've learned. Tell me about that. Yeah, see, privacy, secrecy, someone who keeps it all in. It's saying to trust your inner knowing. So I feel like it is about knowing, learning. So somebody here knows something and they've been keeping it a secret. But it is about this Emperor, and it has to do with a change of perspective, someone seeing things different. See, the change of perspective. It's someone also putting the shoe on the other foot, how the other person feels. Yep, and there we have the 8 of Wands. See, I think it's someone learning you got multiple opportunities. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy up here with this Emperor. It is about stability. This person's expanding the horizons. They're stable. More so. Usually an Emperor, a little more than stable. But like I say, whoever they are an authority. Somebody who's a person of authority. They have a lot of experience. But I see this fast-moving, spontaneous energy. Some of you have multiple opportunities that someone's probably shocked and freaking out. I wouldn't be surprised someone's just triggered. And this is yourself, I feel, being confident here, too, keeping your options open, that your own inner strength. But you see multiple opportunities coming in. This is someone who knows they need to hurry up. You got a person freaking out because you have other opportunities. And if you don't know these opportunities yet, prepare yourself. Yeah, because if your options are open and you're, to have open options to receive, you've got to be somewhat social, you've got to engage with other people. So tell me about this Empress. Tell me about the Empress energy. Somebody with the Queen of Wands energy. See, we got this really bold, confident energy coming out right now for a lot of people. Now, this could be another person, but it is part of the Empress. Somebody who's bold and confident. Somebody who knows what they want. They're strong. See, this is a person who's very strong and confident, very attractive. So you may have other people attracted. So you're maybe attracting what you desire, but it has to do with harmony, being fair, justice. See, someone who's not afraid to take a little bit of a risk. This is someone who will take a risk. This is part of the Empress. The Empress will calculate a risk. They'll take a look. Yeah, but it's what's coming towards the Empress. This is someone who sees someone very attractive, charming, very capable, or just a really strong person. Yeah, very strong. Someone who's very much in control. This is also someone who's just doing their own thing. Just doing your own thing. You're doing what's right for you. So this is an interesting energy. Yeah. It's just energy. So I know a lot of people want to hear the signs. I am telling you the signs, but I really feel this is energy. Because If that star shows up, it's going to be who comes in is what you won't be expecting, okay? Because that is an energy that will often come out in these. That's why it's not good to look at people's sun signs and assume they're going to be in a certain way. Because especially people who have manifested life, they're stable financially, they've gone through all these energies and mastered them. These people use these, emperors and empress use those energies when they need them. So there it is. See, happy home, happy life. Someone here seeing the bigger picture. This is someone who sees somebody. They're seeing truth, but they need to come in and speak truth. And it is about their financial stability. This is somebody who was already stable. Now they've gone through expansion, emperor energy. It's a person who wants to make things right. Yeah, this is someone who wasn't fair. There was some hurt. Yeah, there's maybe some hurt. It's also jealousy. When somebody, I wouldn't be surprised there's some jealousy. More than likely jealousy, especially if you have other people interested in you. So you're not really invested in any of these people yet. I feel for some of you, you're just investing in self. The Queen of Wands, you're doing what's right for you. You're just doing your thing. And I think you're kind of happy in that energy right now. But it's all about this person seeing the bigger picture. Tell me more about this Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. Yeah, this is somebody who kind of wants their cake and eat it too. See, not budging, protecting their money. Interesting. Yeah. See, this is an energy of not budging and giving in, but it could be yourself protecting you, because I do see someone speaking, maybe a friend, about protecting yourself. I do see this Libra energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here definitely could be someone telling you to look out for yourself, to kind of protect yourself. So, and it is an energy of protection. That I'm going to tell you, this person, it's like the swords up. This is someone who protects what's theirs. Now, it could be their money, but it could have to do with you. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. And the Ace of Swords, which is truth, victory, some enlightenment. Yeah, look at that. These are two people here. King and Queen of Pentacles energy. But it's Emperor and Empress. And I'm going to say it's all different energies that you can use. So this is about seeing the bigger picture. Someone who's stable, reliable. They know what they want. Very independent. Very independent. See, they're seeing truth. They're going, aha. See the Tower? Being enlightened. Tell me about this. Ooh, this is pretty heavy. This feels exciting, like the energy. It feels like, yep, there's been some hurt. Somebody wasn't fair. Didn't treat you right. But I'm going to tell you, if you got other options coming in, stay strong, okay? This is yourself being strong and bold. Yeah, things definitely going in your favor. See, there's definitely things going in your favor. Yeah, if you got somebody here who didn't treat you right, this is a whole new cycle here. But it's all about good luck and timing, windfall of abundance. See, there's someone here who's now seeing you have a lot of abundance. But I do think it's somebody could be telling you to protect yourself. Now, the King of Swords is someone who sees somebody, see that, someone waiting for the wand, right? The expansion. And this is why I feel like this is someone who sees you as theirs. And there's the King of Cups. See, all these leveling up energies. Now, if you do have other options, opportunities, I do see some of you do, as many as 3. One of these people, because I do feel this is about being confident, strong, taming the beast within yourself, okay? But also possibly teaching someone how you want to be treated. I can see it's going to come out, yeah. But I do see this patience, very gracious person, somebody who makes someone feel very comfortable. See this happiness. I feel like you're in a happy place right now. But it has to do with where you need to see truth. Now's the time you need to figure out what makes you happy. Because we got a person all full of love and emotion. Now, if this is someone who hurt you, they want to make it right. But to me, I'm seeing love here. And I do see someone jealous. More than anything, jealousy. Some of you down, there's been hurt. Somebody judged you. They weren't fair. And it's possibly they want to tell you a truth, maybe how they were feeling. See, putting the shoe on the other foot. This is someone who's mature. They put the shoe on the other foot. So what they're doing is seeing how something made you feel. But it could be the other way around, to be honest. Yeah, see the star, and I knew it was going to come out. I mean, the star is all about releasing things that don't serve. This is your self-respect makes you more desirable, of course. That's a given. But this is about letting go of something. It is about this feeling of hope. And it is about whether the feelings are mutual. Somebody here, and I do see the energy of someone who wants to know the truth here. But I do think it's somebody who was kind of emotionally unavailable. And it definitely has to do with truth. This is someone who kept something all in. They kept it all in. But it is that fear. So I don't know if this is someone who has a secret. They're afraid of it being exposed. Or afraid of exposing their feelings. I don't know, but it is going to come to the surface. It is. And like I say, I think it's all about, mostly it feels very powerful to me that they want to speak truth. They want to clear something up. Now, this person could have been dealing with something personal. So this is often waiting, a personal resolution, coming to a conclusion. But and it could have to do with this person protecting something. It may have nothing to do with you, or they feel protective of you. Whoever it is, are not letting go. Tell me about the Queen of Coins. Yep. So you're going to have to make a decision, a judgment. This is a healing. It is releasing, but it is about someone stepping up to the plate too. So I do think you're going to have to make a decision. You got someone new, out with the old, in with the new. You know, this is like feeling new again. It's like, it doesn't mean reconciliation. It's often inner rebirth, feeling ready, feeling prepared. Because you do have a person coming in. So it's telling you to prepare for this. And you will have to make a decision. But someone here made a very bad decision. So now you've got new coming in. They're freaking out. And some of you, multiple opportunities. So they need to let go of something that's not serving them. But it is whether the feelings are mutual. This is that, yes, someone made a bad decision. Yep, there is a decision. Yes, somebody needs to step up to the plate. But this is about you, okay? This is about you. This is about you being ready, releasing, shedding all that, and being more available, being prepared. It's that inner energy of feeling reborn, feeling ready again. Are you ready? That's what I feel. It's like it's telling you, are you ready for this? This other person, though, it is about the feelings being mutual. This is someone who should have told you. But this is also an energy of someone who's not sure how someone's feeling. See, the King and Queen of Pentacles often project energy that they're kind of not interested, or they're just busy doing other things. See the path that you're on, focusing on finances, always looking ahead, preparing for the future. But I don't know, this person's freaking out, and I don't know if you can be prepared for this, because I do think it is going to be a little shock. This is that looking at things from a different perspective. See, being enlightened, someone's being enlightened, and it probably is from another person. Yeah. Judgment, justice in your favor too. Someone sees you as just right. If you are dealing with something, justice being in your favor, and I do see some of you definitely open to reconciliation. But others of you, it's out with the old, in with the new. It all depends who you're dealing with, because I do see dealing with all this stuff here. Yeah, this is also about long-term stability, financial stability, partner up. Some of you are business owners. You're very stable. And that's what you want. You're open to someone who's stable. So in other words, they need to have like what you have. And the reason I see that is because of the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. Abundance, worth. Yeah. And I do feel it is because of the harmony. I mean, this definitely has to do with a decision needing to be made. Someone needs to step up to the plate and make a commitment, right? Someone needs to step up to the plate because you are open, and that's why this person's freaking out. But I feel like, I mean, to me, it looks like they need to have something. They need to come in stable, okay? So I don't know if this is someone that you've been waiting for, or they've kept you waiting because they are expanding the horizons to be able to come in stable. See, it's about faith and loyalty. It's about, and I wouldn't be surprised, prenup kind of energy, because I'm seeing that energy. If they need to have something, they need to be able to provide something, because you're happy. I feel like some of you are in a happy place. Others of you, I feel like you're waiting for someone to step up to the plate, but I do see this person, happy home, happy life. See, it's all about caring and nurturing a caring connection. And this is something too, I feel this is like a new experience too, where you haven't experienced a connection that's really caring, the kindness and compassion. So this is why I feel it's about yourself opening up emotionally, letting someone know that you're interested, you're available. Yeah, I think it is out with the old and with the new for most of you, but it's your own rebirth, your own internal rebirth, being ready. See, being prepared while you've been waiting for this person, and then all of a sudden you've got this resurgence of love, you got these people coming in. See, there it is, the energy of patience, but this is a test. I feel like you're going to be tested here. Your strength is going to be tested, and it does have to do with patience, but it has to do with making sure this is somebody who isn't like the past, that they're actually your type, okay? Because you're going to look at this very, very carefully, I feel. Because the Queen of Pentacles looks at the details carefully. Now, we know you sit down and look into the future where you see yourself. You have to be honest with self. Do you see a future with this person? Whichever one you're choosing. I do feel it's going to be an emperor. And any of these could be. The whole point is, I do think you want someone who's stable. I don't think you're going to settle for anything less. You're stable. So in other words, you're trying to make really good decisions for yourself, because you are looking out for yourself here. And you have a King of Pentacles, Emperor energy here, who's looking out for themselves. I definitely see a Taurus energy. But I feel like this is an energy of a test of faith for both people. I do feel it has to do with prenup, some kind of an agreement. Yeah, and it has to do with commitment. Someone needs to make a commitment because they're freaking out. You got other people. There it is, becoming emotionally available. I've seen this for a few. This is like the third reading I've done with a very similar energy of being prepared, being emotionally ready. This is about healing, self-care, self-healing, right? Where you've gone through this inner rebirth. And then there's the Queen of Swords. So this is about learning to speak up and speak your mind. Some of you were far too passive in the past. Okay, so this is all the energies of the Empress. Some of you are definitely really in a very powerful energy. I do think you've had experiences, you're wiser. You're releasing things that no longer serve, but this is yourself. You know your worth and value. So you're not going to be bending over backwards to please someone. You're not sacrificing anything. Okay, you're not going to sacrifice. You're also in the energy, I feel, mirroring with this other person about protecting everything you've worked for, and you should. So there's definitely going to be some talk and communication. I wouldn't be surprised getting some legal advice as well. Cross those T's, dot those I's, but I do feel you've got this lovely connection with someone, a new connection. See, this is about being open to new, and I definitely feel some of you definitely out with the old, and it has to do with your type. Okay, the type of person that you attract to you, I feel in the past were people who what would I say? Foolish behavior, reckless behavior, people who hurt you, put you in third parties, people who only see things from one point of view, where you weren't allowed to have your own point of view. I'm just looking at all the past, because this is about two people who are on the same page. You can have your own points of view. You can agree to disagree. So some of you have had to be, you've sacrificed, you were passive, you kind of went along with someone here. So you know that that doesn't serve you. I'm loving this. You're very powerful right now. You're going to make really, really smart decisions. Others of you had people who were cold to you. So I feel like you were conditioned. You were dealing with someone who was kind of cold, emotionally unavailable. Somebody here who, again, the energy of someone who you have to do what they say. You have to have their opinion, or there's something wrong with you. You couldn't agree to disagree. So I feel some of you actually would just agree, right? Which shows sometimes, I'm not seeing the Five of Wands, but it's a form of abuse, right? Where you just try to avoid, you try to avoid a disaster with someone, Yeah. But I do feel these are the things you're learning, the experiences, you're going to apply it all to this. And this is a win. I do see a win-win for you and this person. And if you are dealing with divorce or you're getting legal advice, I do see a win. Okay. But I also see somebody coming in, wanting to, they want things to go in their favor. They hold you on a pedestal. Like this is someone who really adores you. Absolutely. They have to let go of something here. It is about being emotionally available. But like I say, I feel like you're going to say yes. I think this person's taking that leap of faith. They're being spontaneous. Others of you, I do feel like you've had people who keep you waiting. So this is someone who's not going to keep you waiting. See, a gentleman doesn't keep someone waiting. And that's the whole point. And I do think these energies connect with the Emperor. See, lessons being learned, someone learning the hard way, the school of hard knocks, likely both of you. Emperor and Empress, that's how you get here. But I think you're going to say yes. Because I feel like you're ready. Okay? But it's tempering your thoughts, getting out of your head, choosing your words wisely. Never be afraid to speak up for yourself again. And that's where I feel some of you have it, where you were passive. Just agreeing with them to keep things calm, that kind of energy, because it is about this calm. Whatever it is, after this shock, surprise, this Tower, calm down before you make a decision and get out of your head. Yeah. Possibly overthinking things too at times. But I think this is a beautiful reading for you. And I do think you're going to do exactly the right thing. You're going to do what's right for you, not for if there's other people forming opinions, friends, family telling you who you should choose. You choose what you think is right for you. Okay? That's what I feel. Because if you do have people or family, father, mother, anybody, friends telling you who you should choose, you can listen to their advice and be open-minded, but you have to do what's right for you. And you may have to tell somebody if you want a prenup, or they have to make a commitment and there has to be a prenup. Because things won't go in their favor. Definitely, I can see that if they don't. And you are going to be strong and confident. See, that's taming the beast within yourself, not sacrificing. Standing your ground, basically, with the Queen of Wands. Someone who stands up for themselves. Yeah. See, the Tower. This person, I do think there is a person being triggered, because I do think you're out with the old in with the new. It could be a reconciliation for some of you. It all depends on your situation. It could be someone who just didn't tell you how they felt. It could be that simple. And for whatever, like I say, somebody was keeping something to themselves, a personal resolution, coming to a conclusion. It could be a person waiting to get a divorce or whatever it may be. But it's about speaking your mind here and being wise, applying all this experience that you have. Yeah, all these things that have happened to you, whatever they are, they only make you stronger and wiser. So always remember that when you're feeling, down and out, like things are never going in your favor, you're feeling hurt. by all the things when you reminisce about the past, looking at this hurt. You're only coming out of this wiser. This is why things are about to go in your favor. I do see a victory. Yeah, see beautiful change coming. You're moving on from someone, and it is change coming. And I do, because of this, I also see someone coming back around, making a commitment. I do see a caring connection, and this is where I feel you deserve someone who truly cares. Maybe not about what you provide, and I actually feel like you've got an emperor who's kind of in the same boat. Somebody who truly cares for all the right reasons. Yeah. See, you're going to go down this path, cooperating, compromising, compatibility, spending time together, the couple that work together, play together, do things together. Yeah. This is so you. Whether you're masculine or feminine. Yep. See, focusing a lot on work. I do think some of you mostly focus on work. You're just doing you. You're doing your own thing. But this is why I feel for some reason some of you see the tables turning, that you're not going to see this coming. And it is exciting. It is going to be a shock. But on the other hand, when I flip this other person's literally freaking out if you've got someone new. And it is about being in alignment with someone, choosing the right person. And I feel like when you're in alignment, like when someone's right for you or not now. Yeah. It's not always who you think with the star. See, the person you expect is the person that you think is right for you is probably going to be unexpected. But I feel it's yourself not expecting to feel the way you do about a particular person, because this is where you're emotionally unavailable, but wise. Doesn't mean you're not, it's just you keep it inside. But this is where I feel this rebirth, feeling reborn again, ready to love again. That's what this healing is. And I wouldn't be surprised you've gone through a bit of an awakening. It's often the energy. There you go. I'm feeling really happy for you, Capricorn. Just choose wisely. Anyone who tries to rush you into making a decision doesn't usually have your best interest at heart. Okay? Whatever you do exactly what's right for you, not what other people think you should do. Bye for now.